Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon, episode 26, the Sophocles farewell episode. And, you know what, solidly, I loved this episode. It was a great Sophocles episode, in my opinion, and as the episode went on, I kind of felt more for Togedemaru overall, and Togedemaru, I was like sitting there, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want Sophocles to leave, mainly because of Togedemaru and Pikachu's, like, relationship and everything. And so, like, I love how Sophocles was just, like, after he heard his parents were telling him that they were gonna move, he, like, went and tried to explain it to Togedemaru, and he was like, guess what's gonna happen after we move? And he, like, shows up the little screen of Pikachu and Togedemaru, and then he splits it in half, and then Togedemaru just balls, because then Togedemaru finally gets it, why it's so sad. And then, like, throughout the whole episode, Togedemaru is just going crazy on Pikachu and, like, loving the heck out of him and stuff. Honestly, like, I love it, I love saying it, but it's kind of weird at the same time, like, Togedemaru just tackling Pikachu every which way, and then, like, jabbing its spikes into him and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but Togedemaru and Pikachu's relationship, I'm actually impressed to see how, like, the fact that they took so far with this. I mean, Pikachu has had other little relationships too in the past, but, like, this one is, like, straight on, I don't know if you call it romantic, but it's, like, straight on Togedemaru's, like, in love with Pikachu. So it's kind of interesting, and I guess we'll kind of see where that has to go. Now, this episode was about Sophocles leaving, but he didn't really leave, per se. I know a lot of people already saw this coming, and the previews, it looked like this was a whole troll. Well, and ends up that Sophocles just moves down the road. I mean, he didn't move far away down, like, through the, plane like he thought he was going to. He thought he was going to leave his friends entirely. He's never going to see them again, basically. That wasn't the case. His family, in, like, the middle of the episode, we find out it's kind of a troll. His parents tell him that, oh, they're just moving down the road. And so Sophocles is like, oh, shoot, now I gotta go tell my friends that this is all this is fake. I'm just moving down the roads. I'm not moving as far as I thought I was. So he started getting a little worried that they're going to be pissed at him and stuff because he made a big deal about it. And they all felt really sad and sorry for him, and they were throwing him parties and trying to do things for him, and Lana went off and had some romantic moment with him on the freaking ocean, and then Kiawe had some, like, I don't know, moment with him in the volcano, and then Ash, like, went to go get him a Pokemon as a present, and people over on Twitter are like, it's like, oh, Hugh gave, what's his best present he ever gave? Like, was it Serena's present, or was it, the Sophocles present? I'm like, why does that even matter? Like, like everyone on Twitter is, like, discussing what the best present Ash ever gave was. I'm like, dude, why does that even matter? Why is that relevant? I don't know why people are talking about it, but yes, a Pokemon is a pretty good present. I mean, honestly, giving someone a Pokemon, and he gave Sophocles a Pokemon, which was kind of interesting as a farewell gift, but he ended up not leaving. And Mallow was also awesome in this episode, of course, but the interactions between Ash and Mallow were just beautiful, dude. It was beautiful. I just loved it so much. It really shows how great of a friendship they have. They're, like, best friends in this series, and that's probably why I love Mallow the most, is her personality, and she gets along with people very, very easily, very positive. And this episode overall was just amazing. Lily had, like, some breakdown. She was, like, starting crying, and Sophocles was like, "Whoa, Lily, I'm sorry. This is not actually true. I'm actually just moving down the road." But anyways, this episode was really awesome. So Sophocles got a new Pokemon. It wasn't a filler episode. It was, honestly, I enjoyed it. It's an episode worth watching. It's an episode going back to watch it again. It's one of those episodes, honestly. So Sophocles actually got a solid episode. And so next, in the previews, we see that Gladion is coming. So this next episode coming up, if you guys did not enjoy today's episode, or if you're hoping for maybe a more exciting episode, more battlefield episode, next week might be for you. Gladion showing up finally, Ash's rival. Lily and Gladion are going to have some interactions. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. He can use Z moves. Looks like they are going to battle because Rockruff is going up against his Lycanroc, or whatever it's called. Whatever the Pokemon's pronounced. And I'm guessing that Rockruff is thus going to evolve into the midday form because Gladion obviously has the midnight form. I think that's going to be like the huge soul difference between Gladion and Ash. Is that's, you know, the flip of the coin is one's going to have one form, Ash is going to have the other. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to me. But he's using Z moves. Might be using on that Lycanroc. Maybe Ash is going to be using on Rockruff. Maybe Ash will be using Pikachu in this battle. Maybe it's just a 1v1. Maybe it's a multiple battle. I don't know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But post in the comment section below what you guys thought about this episode. There's a lot to think about for the future. And how I thought the plot was finally starting to pick up. Maybe it will. I mean, we have Gladion coming into the picture. But I thought Sophocles was leaving. But I'm not too upset about it, honestly. Because of the Tokidamaru moments, obviously, and this episode was solid. So, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, post in the comment section below what your thoughts are. What your thoughts for next week's episode is. Post in the comment section anything else. I love you all. Can't wait to see you next episode. Peace out!